So I was setting up our power content ads for this week, and I figured, why not go through the top 5 mistakes that are often made when people are setting up their power content videos in the Ads Manager. So here we are, and I'll take you through the 5 mistakes as I set up this ad in our campaign. Now you should know, because I've already set up so many power contents in the past for our business, I'm not going to create a new campaign. You can check out Laurel's strategy on that in the $7 program. But I will show you top 5 mistakes that often get made, and some of these look different in different ads managers. So I'm going to duplicate this ad to create a new one. That saves most of the settings, and I can just walk you through these settings. But we're going to list and name it. If you haven't heard, Laurel's lately been calling these power content ads goodwill video ads. We just know it as power content, as Laurel's always shared it as. But here's the thing that we're going to focus on. The first thing that happens, you often know already from the training, you want to set it as a video views, have the conversion location on your ad. You want the daily budget to be £5 or $5. What essentially happens is you want to reach enough people as you're testing it for the first 7 days, and then you can adjust the price. But the first thing that often trips people up is having an audience they can target with their power content. And I know a lot of people say, well, Dan, I don't have an audience. You can't target non-profit leaders or women who are having issues with leadership in the workplace and so on. I've worked with a lot of clients on this, and that may be a reason that you're not setting up these kinds of ads, is that you can't find these types of people on Facebook. Laura actually covers this in her book, but I'll walk you through how I do it. It's same framework really. But what we're doing is, obviously we want to narrow it down to who have been your best clients in the past and what features do they have. I know, for example, that for our business we'll want to be targeting anyone above 28 per se and below 60, as those would be people who are running ads for their business at the moment, likely heading down to 50, to be completely honest. So just to have a balance, 25 to 50 would be our age range. And one more thing I know is that while both genders would be interested in our ad services, one thing they will be looking out for are things like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, probably things they're already using, because we work with people who either already have a lot of leads or they're running some kind of funnel or lead generation in order to help them make the most of those leads and convert more of those into clients. But let me show you something. ActiveCampaign used to be selectable for a while, but if we type in ActiveCampaign now, it shows no results found. But on the other hand, if you type in MailChimp, you can find that one. So that's one thing to keep in mind as we keep an eye on these, as we keep an eye on the different interests that appear. We have to keep in mind that some will disappear, but you can always find a way to narrow down to the people. And the other thing is, making your video really specific to who your ideal client is will help a lot with this. So you only need to get down to maybe, this is only 20% of the work, maybe you can do it in 5 minutes once and have it set up. Or if you're in the $7 program of Laurel, you can ask her in the $7 program in the Ask Laurel thread. What I often like to do is, if I am advertising to their page, I want to see page admins. I want them to see that they have a Facebook page or a business page already. And so I'm actually going to narrow it down based on that. So MailChimp, and then we'll go social media marketing. Oh, that's job title. So you also need to keep that in mind. Interests. And then email marketing. If they have leads, they'll be marketing them via email. Advertising. Let us see. And I think we can narrow it down even further using advertising as a fourth layer. So you can see from the UK, and we work with people in the United States, we work with people in Canada, and I'll just keep it to these 3 regions for now, but we do work with people worldwide. You can see that we've actually narrowed it down from millions and millions and millions of people all the way down. And I know this is one of the more targetable options, but you need to keep in mind, are most of my other clients women? Where do they shop? What are they interested in? What is their focus? So you need to keep that in mind when you're selecting your audience. The next thing you'll want to watch out for is, it looks a little different in different ads managers, but you're looking for this button here, Advantage Detailed Targeting. You want this to be checked off for the majority, if not all, of your ads. And if you are needing to use Advantage Detailed Targeting, they're likely spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars a day on advertising. What it does is it actually reaches people beyond what you are trying to target. What it does by reaching people who aren't in your list is it expands the audience quite drastically, which is good for ads where you're marketing to cold traffic and you need to reach a wider audience, but you want it turned off as much as possible for power content videos and also retargeting, so keep that in mind. The third thing you need to make sure of, pardon the voice crack, is you want to make sure only the Facebook feed and the Instagram feed are selected for power content. I've often seen that people trying to run power content ads will have, for example, all of them selected. They'll have Advantage Plus selected. To give you an idea of what it looks like on a brand new, let me show you what it looks like when you create a brand new ad set, just for context. And of course you have to change all the settings to on your ad, you have to change the daily budget, you have to change the, some of you will see this button that you need to have to select before you can switch to your original audience options and see all the different selections. You see where it says Advantage Plus placements and no option for something else? You need to hover over it and click the edit button, then click manual placements, and then you can start deselecting all of the other options outside of Facebook feed and Instagram feed like you just seen now. The reason you do that is because of how Facebook works. If you use Audience Network, then your power content will not work as intended. You will not actually build the audience the way you meant to. So that, also keep that in mind. The fourth thing you need to keep track of is the enhancements or optimization that Facebook will try to push onto your ads. So I'll give you an example here. I'm actually going to select the post that we want to use for our ad. So let me go and find it now. So as it's loading in, here's a few things that you'll see happen. You may get a multi-advertiser ads pop up and be ticked when you first go in. You'll want to turn that off. Then when you enter the post, either by using create ad, which you just need to add the video and the text, simple, or you can use existing posts to grab something from your Facebook page. It will often try to add a button. And when it adds a button, you'll just need to click the remove button that appears here, but just keep an eye out for that. You can see it saying send WhatsApp message here. So I'm going to reload the page. We're going to see what appears, because we can't have it with a WhatsApp button. It needs to be without a button. So let it load in. As you can see here, send WhatsApp message. So we're going to click remove, let it be removed. And so Facebook is sorting itself out. and you can see it's twitching a bit, it's trying to figure itself out. That's just the Facebook Ads Manager for you. But if it says Ads button and no preview says but, and otherwise, then you're all good. And also enhancements here. If any of them say they're turned on, you want to click edit and have them quickly turned off, like so. So that's the ad ready, and those are the 4 suggestions I make for as you're setting this up. Just make sure you're doing these. The 5th mistake often happens is not setting up any of these ads at all, not setting up any power content at all. What generally happens is, if you are new to Laurel Strategy, or maybe you've been in it for months or even years, but I see people who aren't running their power content videos when it's really a cornerstone of what Laurel teaches, and it's a cornerstone of your ad strategy, because you're building a warm audience that every single day, every single week, you're adding 500 new people every single week to a warm audience. They're getting to know more about your business. In fact, they're learning exactly how your business works. And not only are you getting more warm leads into, you know, your world, your ecosystem, it's making it an easier sale for yourself, because these people already understand why they're here watching your videos, why they're actually reaching out to you, that they're in the right place. And it's so much of an easier sale when you follow the process, add people to this list, and then of course you need to remember to do the other ads in this ecosystem. But don't miss out on the power content. Make sure you have at least one up, set up and testing, because remember, you want to get the best results possible, and we're going to publish and test ours. Thank you for watching the video.